Welcome to the official basic tutorial for NARAKA BLADEPOINT's brand new PvPvE extraction game mode, Rift Traversal. My name is Cyclops, and in this video, we'll cover everything you need to know to get started in Rift Traversal, even if this is your first NARAKA experience or your first time playing a loot extraction type game. Just keep in mind, this is the first season of Rift Traversal, so there will surely be changes to the systems in the game as time goes on. More features will surely be implemented, and feedback is important to make this game the best it can be. The core gameplay loop of Rift Traversal goes something like this. You'll set up a loadout, drop in, find valuable treasures, get out alive, hopefully, and come back to your camp to upgrade your equipment for the next battle. If you don't manage to leave through one of the exit portals before time is up, or before you are eliminated by another player, you lose all the gear you came in with. Now, let's take a look at the loadout screen. Your loadout will mainly consist of weapons, armor, recovery items and grapples and repair kits, extra utility items that can help turn the tide of battle, and rubrics that provide passive bonuses or augments to your weapons' attacks. You can save custom loadouts to quickly set them back up again, and use battle edicts for preset loadouts at no cost to you. Once you're happy with your loadout, then we can choose a difficulty based on the gear score of our loadout. Once a match has been found, there's a brief period for character selection before the match starts, with each team spawning randomly around the map. One of the main focuses of this game mode is collecting loot to get out with, and there are a few ways to find treasures. Treasures can be dug up from glowing holes in the ground, which gives random loot of any rarity. Treasures can also be found by searching highlighted containers found throughout the world, and each container has a container rarity. This container rarity doesn't dictate what rarity of loot can drop, but rather the amount and quality of the loot it will drop. This is why drunken fire crates are so important. They will have gold or red rarity, meaning that they are more likely to drop gold or red rarity treasures, and these fire crates can be found around the map at certain areas, and will be given for many different objectives you can complete. Some of these chests actually try to attack the opener with periodic explosions, which can be parried and counterattacked for a large amount of opening progress. There will also be gatherable loot containers around the map, which give a certain loot item or type. For example, these crystal deposits in the north part of the map can be mined for dust stones if you specifically need some of those. Each piece of loot has a weight assigned to it, and your bags have a set weight limit for carrying treasure. Each item also has a treasure value assigned to it, so it's important to consider the weight to value ratio when deciding how valuable each treasure actually is. The Century Chest area is a special bag with a reduced weight capacity, but any item stored in this chest will not be lost if you die or fail to extract from the match, so make sure to store your most valuable items in here first. The total treasure value of an inventory can be seen in the top right, and there are ranks assigned to certain treasure amount thresholds, which shows at extraction. In addition to just getting as much treasure as possible on each run, you may also need specific loot items for upgrading or crafting things at your camp, so let's take a look at some of the systems in the camp and how they work. This is the camp menu, with 3 companions that will be helping us out on our journey. First is the blacksmith, who can sell or craft weapons and armor with certain resources. These items have different rarities, which dictates their overall strength, durability, and whether or not they have special abilities like built-in soul jade capabilities, or special passive bonuses like lifesteal on hit. This is where it becomes important to remember or note which materials you need for specific items you may want to craft. For example, if I want to craft this purple pole sword, I will need all of this stuff. The materials can be bought with the node's main money currency called void coins, but it may be worthwhile in the beginning to save void coins for things you need later, instead of spending them on things you want now. When materials are bought, they're sourced from a player-driven auction house, where the players can list the loot they've come out of matches with for other players to buy and use in their upgrades. The auction house also allows players to directly sell weapons, armor, consumable items, and pretty much any other equipment available. Utilizing the auction house is an important part of the inventory management loop. The next companion is the rubrician. This lady has rubrics for sale and rubrics available for crafting using your resources. This is also where you can etch rubrics into your weapons and armor, which is how you benefit from them. You do not get the bonuses from rubrics you're holding in your bags, only the ones etched into your equipment. Finally, we have the Rift Dealer. His area is where you can find healing items like heals and grapples for our item bag, and special consumable items for our tactical bag that have effects such as revealing all enemies in the vicinity or creating an area where ultimates cannot be used. Like the other companions, the Rift Dealer can sell and craft items for you. Crafting items in this mode takes real life time, so this 20-hour timer to craft a weapon means it will not finish crafting until nearly an entire day after you start it. And this process cannot be skipped by paying a currency or by any other means. So, it's important to keep things crafting constantly. Since crafting time is so long, downtime is detrimental to progress. You may notice many of the features of the camp companions are locked behind reputation level, also called prestige level. This level can be upgraded through matches, but mostly by doing contract missions for your companions, since they provide large bulk amounts of prestige XP, and the reward track for progressing through the prestige levels shows what each level will unlock. Be sure to accept all available contracts and work to complete them if you want the fastest level progression. And with that, you are now ready to start your journey in NARAKA BLADEPOINT's Rift Traversal. If you still have questions or want to learn more, make sure to check out our advanced guide for Rift Traversal, where we cover each objective in depth, give insight on optimal routes for efficient farming, and much, much more. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the advanced guide.